Today's story is set in a world where a deadly zombie virus has taken over an entire city. Most humans have turned into walking corpses. Among them is a zombie named Michael, who spends his days wandering aimlessly around an abandoned airport with his fellow zombies. However, Michael is different from the others. A small part of his humanity still remains. He collects old human items like music records and chocolates. Michael cannot properly speak, but he shares a silent bond with his best friend Marcus, another zombie. In this world, there is an even more dangerous species known as the Bonies, creatures that have completely lost their humanity. Their bodies are nothing but skeletons, and they attack any living being with a beating heart. On the other side, the remaining humans live inside a heavily fortified city surrounded by massive walls. The city is led by Colonel 𝐂𝐨𝐩𝐲𝐫𝐢𝐠𝐡𝐭, a strict military commander. His daughter Julie is brave, energetic, and full of life. Julie's boyfriend Perry is a soldier who deeply hates zombies. One day, Julie, Perry, and their team venture into zombie territory to collect medical supplies. There, they encounter Michael and his group, and a violent fight breaks out. During the chaos, Michael kills Perry and eats his brain. By doing so, Michael absorbs Perry's memories and emotions, especially Perry's feelings for Julie. When Michael sees Julie, something inside him changes. He slowly approaches her while holding the remaining part of Perry's brain. Terrified, Julie stabs Michael with a knife, but it has no effect. She falls in fear, yet Michael does not hurt her. Instead, he gently speaks her name, shocking Julie. As other zombies approach, Michael smears zombie blood on Julie to hide her human scent. He then safely escorts her away from the horde. That day turns out to be life-changing for Michael. Not only has he fed, but he has also formed an unexpected emotional connection. Michael takes Julie to his shelter at the airport. Julie breaks down in fear. Michael awkwardly fixes his hair, trying to show he means no harm. However, his broken speech only frightens her more. Sensing her fear, Michael steps outside to give her space. To better understand Julie, Michael eats more of Perry's brain, gaining deeper memories. When he returns, he avoids speaking and instead communicates through gestures. He plays a music record, his favorite song, as if letting the music express his emotions. Julie watches him in confusion, unsure of his intentions. The next morning, Julie claims she is hungry and asks Michael to bring food. Michael agrees, not realizing she is trying to escape. As Julie runs, she encounters other zombies and hides behind an airplane tire. Unfortunately, zombies have a strong sense of smell and detect her human scent. Just in time, Michael appears and warns her not to run. It is far too dangerous outside. He again covers her with zombie blood to mask her scent. Since disguises are not enough, Michael teaches Julie how to walk like a zombie, correcting her movements until she blends into the crowd. Eventually, Julie truly becomes hungry, and Michael offers her his own food and even shares his prized beer. This small act reduces Julie's fear. They begin communicating lightly, like two very different beings, trying to understand each other. When Julie says she wants to go home, Michael refuses. The world outside is still unsafe. He promises that when things return to normal, he will personally take her back. Reluctantly, Julie agrees. Over the next few days, they spend time together, driving cars on the runway, listening to music, and playing silly games. They begin to resemble a normal couple, and Julie almost forgets that Michael is a zombie. Zombies do not sleep, so Michael watches over Julie every night. This gives him a strange sense of peace. However, that peace does not last. One night, Michael realizes Julie is missing. Panicking, he runs outside and finds her surrounded by zombies. Julie fights desperately, but the numbers are overwhelming. She is captured by Marcus, Michael's best friend. At the last moment, Michael arrives and saves Julie, even attacking Marcus to protect her. This shocks Marcus because zombies are meant to eat humans, not protect them. Michael tries to explain, saying he spotted Bonies nearby and that fighting them would be pointless. Michael grabs Julie's hand and they run. The Bonies give chase and nearly catch them. Suddenly, Marcus returns driving a tractor, crushing the Bonies and saving both their lives. Before they can relax, more zombies appear. But these zombies are different from the Bonies. When they see Michael holding a human's hand, everything changes. The zombies observing Michael and Julie showed an unusual restraint. Their expressions reflected confusion rather than aggression. Seizing the opportunity, Michael and Julie stole a sports car and escaped into heavy rain. Michael wanted to confess something, but hesitated. Eventually, they reached a small abandoned town and took shelter in an old house. Inside, they found a camera and took pictures of each other, capturing moments of fragile normalcy in a broken world. Before sleeping, Michael placed a watch on the table and finally revealed the truth. He was the zombie who had eaten Julie's boyfriend Perry's brain. Julie was not shocked. Deep down, she had already sensed Perry's presence within Michael. Michael apologized sincerely, but Julie remained silent. After confessing, Michael felt an unfamiliar sense of relief. That night, something unprecedented happened. A zombie dreamed for the first time. In his dream, Julie, Perry, and Nora were talking in a garden. Michael approached Julie and asked if she would be his girlfriend. Before she could answer, he woke up suddenly. Julie was gone. Michael accepted the painful reality that humans and zombies might never truly belong together. Julie returned to the human city while Michael tried to resume his old zombie life. However, something had changed. He could now feel cold rain on his skin. Meanwhile, Marshall found a poster of a couple holding hands, reminding him of Michael and Julie. Gradually, other zombies began recalling memories, and their hearts started beating again. This signaled that they were slowly turning human. The bonies, skeletal creatures who had completely lost their humanity, sensed this change. They rejected the transforming zombies and blamed Michael and Julie for corrupting the zombie world. Viewing love as a threat, the bonies decided to hunt them down. To protect Julie, Michael chose to enter the human city. Knowing he couldn't do it alone, he sought Marshall's help. Under their leadership, a group of semi-human zombies marched toward the city. Michael asked Marshall to stay behind while he infiltrated the city alone. Using Perry's memories, Michael found a hidden route. Disguised with a cap, he sneaked inside. His body continued transforming as he reached Julie's house. After waiting patiently, Julie saw him through the window, rushed outside, hugged him tightly, and immediately felt his body warmth, confirming he was becoming human. Michael explained that more zombies were changing and that the bonies were approaching. Julie insisted they warn her father, Colonel 𝐂𝐨𝐲𝐲𝐫𝐢. However, the colonel refused to listen. When all hope was lost, Michael appeared in disguise. The colonel instantly recognized him as a zombie and aimed his gun. Michael tried to speak, but the colonel refused to listen. At that moment, Nora pointed her gun at the colonel, giving Michael and Julie a chance to escape. Outside, a large group of half-human zombies had gathered. Suddenly, the bonies descended from above, and a massive battle erupted. The human army arrived and, witnessing the situation, joined forces with the transforming zombies against the bonies. While escaping, Michael and Julie were cornered by the bonies and jumped into a swimming pool. Michael hit his head and sank underwater. Julie panicked, pulled him out, and revived him. They shared a heartfelt kiss. Michael's eyes were now fully human. Suddenly, the colonel shot Michael in the chest. As Michael began bleeding, everyone realized something crucial. Zombies do not bleed. The colonel lowered his weapon. Soldiers followed. Humanity accepted Michael. Together, humans and semi-human zombies defeated the bonies, who could never return to being human. The remaining bonies were left to starve. Slowly, the city returned to normal. The quarantine wall was destroyed, symbolizing the end of the zombie era. In the final scene, Michael, now fully human, stood beside Julie, watching the sunset. Marshall and Nora shared an umbrella in the rain. The film concluded with a powerful message. Sometimes, love truly has the power to change the world.